I never expected that to happen, and for the way it did, and to be a long 62-yard touchdown pass to Mike Jenkins, that's something that's unique, and I'll never forget.
What's going on, guys? This is Brian Jones from PopCulture.com, and joining me today is one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. He is an MVP winner, also Offensive Player of the Year winner, won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2008, has thrown for 350 touchdown passes, and has over 50,000 passing yards. Atlanta Falcons quarterback, Matt Ryan. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm doing great, Brian. Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, of course. So I wanted to ask you this first. You are doing something really cool. You partnered up with Tide in this Turn to Gold campaign, and you're in a couple commercials with Ice-T and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So what made you want to be part of Tide's Turn to Gold campaign?
Well, first off, I have this nickname, Matty Ice. And so they were looking for guys with nicknames that had the idea of cold in them. And I got to shoot a commercial with Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was awesome, and Ice-T. And, but, luckily I had that nickname and it worked out. But when they told me about what they were doing in terms of promoting people to switch to cold water washing with Tide, because it's better for the environment, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and saves energy, but also saves people money as they're going through it. I felt like it was a no-brainer. I was happy to partner up with them, and happy that Tide partnered up with the NFL, and now NFL teams are all washing with cold. So it's been a great partnership, a lot of fun, and I'm happy to be here today.
Of course. And I got a chance to see both those commercials you were in with Ice-T and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Did you ever think you would do a commercial with such iconic figures?
No way, man. I watched these guys growing up, and I was nervous. I mean, going the morning of the shoot, I'm like, this is crazy, man. I'm going to be hanging out with these guys today. And they couldn't have been nicer. They were a ton of fun to be around. Great guys. But if you would have told me when I was 14 that I'd be doing that, I would have told you were crazy. There's no way.
Of course. And one of the other things with this Turn to Gold campaign is your voice is featured on a exclusive washing machine. What was your reaction when you first heard that your voice was going to be featured in a washing machine?
Yeah, it was strange, man. I didn't know. I didn't really know it was going to go in that direction, but it'll be cool. Some fans gonna find that really fun and cool, and it's unique. There's a bunch of other NFL greats that are doing it for different fan bases across the league, and I'm happy to be a part of it. For Falcons fans.
Oh, of course. And speaking of the Falcons and your NFL career, you just reached the 350 passing touchdown mark. When you first, or before you entered the NFL, did you set individual goals for yourself that say, like, if you wanted to reach like to the Super Bowl, obviously you wanted to pass for this many yards, this many touchdowns. Did you set goals for yourself?
Not those numbers. It was it was trying to play good like the first year,
Right.
make sure I'm still on the team in a couple of years. That's kind of the motivation at the beginning. You just don't know how it's going to go. When you come in, there's so much unknown. And, I always just wanted to win, and that really hasn't changed. And so I'm definitely proud of some of the accomplishments that I've had up until this point in my career. But, the number one thing is trying to win a championship. And that's what still keeps me motivated at this point.
Of course. And based on what you've done in your career, you obviously reached the Super Bowl. You played in 2 NFC title games along with your individual stats. Some have discussed you being part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame when your career is all said and done. Do you think about things like that, or is that's just something that's not in your mind right now?
Yeah, not. It's not in my mind right now. I think that I've always felt like if you're worrying about those kind of things or worrying about too far down the line, you're not worrying about what's important. And to me, I think I've always operated best when I keep my vision, really tight and really small, and focus on just what's in front of my face this week, of trying to be the best player I can be this week, to give ourselves a chance to win games. And I always thought that if you do it that way, the other things fall into place. And, you might have records, or you might get accolades. Those kind of things fall into place if you handle your business the way that you need to.
And I think one of the other things that stands out with you that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot is you've only missed 3 games in your entire career. And that's really rare when it comes to NFL quarterbacks, because you talk about, even with Tom Brady, he missed an entire season. Aaron Rodgers missed time as well. So what's been the biggest key for you in terms of staying healthy?
I think it's, one, it's luck. I mean, I've been lucky. There's no doubt about that. Sometimes there's fluky things that happen and you can't control it. I try and take good care of myself. I work hard year round to make sure my body is ready to go. And I've played with really good players. I've had guys around me that have helped keep me healthy and keep me playing well, and really good coaches and trainers and a good team and support system around me to help me be successful. And that part's really helped out.
And because you've been able to stay healthy throughout your entire career, do you feel like you can play up until or past 40 years old?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I hope to. I think that, you just never know. You never know what could happen, the next time you're on the field. And so I'm happy for how I feel and how I'm playing right now, and hope, I can stay in this kind of space for a long time. But, you never know.
Of course. And in terms of this season, the Falcons are going to be playing in London this Sunday. I know you guys have played there before. So what is that experience like? And do you think there will be an NFL team in London permanently in the foreseeable future?
It's a good question. I don't know if there'll be a permanent team over there, but I really enjoyed my experience the last time we played there in 2014. It was really cool. It's great to see, how many people were excited about the game being there. Fans of all different teams, not just the Falcons and this week the Jets. It'll be fans of all kinds of teams, which is unique to see. And I really enjoy it. It's a unique experience. I thought at the time it was probably once in a lifetime, but it turns out it'll be twice. And, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Definitely. Absolutely. And when it comes to this past Sunday, you guys came up short against the Washington football team, but you were able to throw 4 touchdown passes. So when it comes, and there's still a long season, there's 17 games with the addition of a regular season game. So what do the Falcons need to do in order to get back on track and get back on the winning side of things?
I think we just need to be a little bit more consistent. And, if we can, we've done really good things in each of the games we've played this year. We just haven't done them consistent enough. And so, I think if we can play a little bit more consistent, a little bit more detailed, we're going to finish out these games and win some more games. But, I don't think it needs to be anything crazy. It just needs to be, doing our jobs really well over and over and over.
Right. And the last question for me before I let you go, as I mentioned, you've accomplished a lot in your career, but what would you say would be your favorite NFL memory? Is it throwing a touchdown pass in your first attempt as an NFL player? Is it winning the NFC title game at the Georgia Dome, which was the final game at the Georgia Dome? So what would you say would be your favorite NFL memory?
The finishing the Dome, that game, the NFC Championship was amazing. But starting with the touchdown pass was cool. It was like I never expected that to happen, and for the way it did, and to be a long 62-yard touchdown pass to Mike Jenkins, that's something that's unique and I'll never forget. And what a great way to start your career.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. Good luck in London, and good luck to you guys on the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, man.
Of course. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And for more on Matt and all your favorite sports stars, be sure to keep it locked right here on PopCulture.com.